A huge shout out to the overthinkers. An overthinker. He watches the show.
To the overthinkers, shout out my fair too.
All of our fair to this is Parker, yeah. Thank you, overthinkers.
Keep inspiring the next generation.
Shout out to the overthinkers. Tando Pela. Much love.
To my overthinkers, Mamelo, Kopo ngeke kuphume buyakhula, nizinja nikhokho, yazini, as overthink is overachieve.
I'm stealing that. I've stolen that one. I've stolen it.
Welcome to the Overthinking Football Show. My name is Mokwena. I am your host, and this is the place where we can talk football. And we talk South African football. And we talk African football. And every now and then we dip our toes like Europe. We sort of dip Gangane, but for the most part, we are coming in to speak about local football and what is happening within our local game. So, hey, guys, Tuesday, go Hamburg, guys. Monday, go Hamburg. We couldn't review the derby, so I'm going to just go through these matches here, and if we have some time left over, I'd like to hear your thoughts, especially going into Star Wars this weekend when Pirates takes on Mamelodi Sundowns. Now, the show is a very interactive show, which means that you can jump in and speak to me while I'm live here and speaking to you by using the multi-guest function that happens to be on my... Excuse me, that is on my TikTok. So you have to follow me live right now while I'm live on TikTok. Those who want to jump in and add their show. So if you're watching on YouTube, please know that there is a place for you to add your voice to the show. And then, of course, guys, kupari likes, man, kupari gifty. I will be live tomorrow for the Chiefs game. So please join me. Okay, so we had two matches that happened yesterday. Two very important matches in the run-up to what's going to happen this weekend. Mamelodi Sundowns took on SuperSport United in the Tshwane derby. And then, of course, Orlando Pirates took on Skukune United over there at Polokwane, old Peter Bukaba Stadium. That is where those two teams met up. We're going to start off with Mamelodi Sundowns. So those who want to speak about Mamelodi Sundowns and tell me about how they thought about the game, this is your chance to jump in. Press the button at the bottom of your screen that says multi-guest. I'll let you in and you can join the panel and we can have a discussion about whatever it is that we're speaking about over here. So let me just see who is here. Masandawana, feel free to jump in. We're going to start off with the Sundowns 3-0 win versus SuperSport. A game where Adams scored his debut goal in his debut full game for Mamelodi Sundowns. And then, of course, Matthews came with scores in the 44th and 49th minute. That is how those two games played out. There were 10 shots. There were 10 shots in total for SuperSport. They only got 3 on target, whereas Mamelodi Sundowns had 15 shots and 7 on target, with a grand total of 65% of the possession in that game. So that is how that game panned out. Let me see who is here, and we can start over here. Babake, on Wednesdays for the next month. For the next month or so on Wednesdays, I'm not going to be available. Wednesdays, we shoot in the evening for the MacG show, the Onside Banter League show that's going to be debuting tomorrow. So for the next month, the live show is going to be Monday and Tuesday, Thursday and Friday. And then if a match comes in on Wednesdays, unfortunately, I'm not going to be able to be live because that is the time when I'm going to be shooting the other show. So, sorry guys, I'm so sorry. Mara, I'm here. Don't worry. Okay, let me start off with Terence. Terence, welcome to the show, my brother. How are you?
Mr. OT, my brother.
The ring, man.
Shoe shining piano. Para clafir spiel and skune blank. Kaba khala yoba wa khali. Wansara, my brother.
O rinka game, but ke batla go utlwa o rinka game o ithabetse le ready.
My brother. Somebody's making a noise here. Let me move where I am.
Where's Sala?
Kima Chiefs,
okay, let me do this. I'm going to go with Kumo first. Kumo.
Yeah, go to Kumo.
Kumo, Ushapusan. Welcome. Evan. Guys in the comments, can you guys hear me?
No, we can hear you. Some of us Our Wi-Fi are not from.
Then I'll start with you, Agent. Agent, welcome to the show, my brother.
Shalom, my brother. Shalom.
Tell me about this game. How do you feel about this performance from your club? 3-0 in the Tshwane derby.
First things first. We've had great news. Our new signing. Big player, man. People are shaking there, you know. And then also, one another mention, a real trophy. Have you ever seen a trophy moving by itself? Not those wooden spoons. Like proper. Not maize meal cups, man. Anyways, to the game.
Oh, what
So, man, let me start by the more controversial ones.
Okay.
I don't care who says what, but the one is better than Mudiba for me. I don't care who says what.
Can you just repeat that?
Wakata, what you're saying?
Wakata. No, I'm sorry, Wakata. Can you just repeat that? For the
Wakata, the boy is a marvel to watch, man. Like I was very much impressed by him. You know, his ability to go forward.
Yeah.
His ability to invert like Mudiba would do. His recovery runs, his energy. You know, so if things were equal, you'll be playing ahead of him. You know, in Bafana, but anyways, we know how things are there. And then another thing, less controversial, but controversial.
Yeah.
Let's give kudos even when things work. Let's not just criticize when things don't work.
Okay.
We know Adams is a Sundowns signing. So when Sundowns sign players for a coach, let's praise also, you know, because this is the player that you wanted even before Mangoba. And you finally got him. You know, so again, maybe this why highlights the importance of having a Sundown signing instead of a coach signing, because now you look at Orinas is kind of struggling, Loshas left, you know. So yeah, let's leave it at that.
I want to jump in there with that. New look midfield, new lookish midfield. You know, you've got your Adams, your Allen, you've got your Mokwenas, you've got your Costas.
I'm not falling for that.
I'm just asking. I'm not going there. Okay. I made a promise that I'm not going to speak about that topic. Okay. How do you feel about this midfield?
No, man, I think it provides a balance, you know, because I think one thing that has been lacking is we play with double eights, right?
Okay.
And we want to Allende, when we are building from the back, to occupy that sixth position to help with the build-up.
Yeah.
Right? But our fullbacks have gone up. We also want to Allende to be there on the wings. Hence, sometimes you see him alternating. So now we can have Adams that side, we can have Allende in the middle, and Mokwena is going to become ahead of them. That triangle always switches up and down like that, you know. And that's what I like about it now. And then even during the game, it rotates exactly like that you see Allende and Mokwena pushing forward, Adams is staying. Or Adams and Mokwena is pushing, Allende is staying. Or both Adams and Allende are going, Mokwena is staying. So I think it's a balanced triangle that I love very much, you know. So in terms of defensive work, in terms of passing work, in terms of attacking also, it's very good. It's very, very good. I think that's what we've been trying to get with Owatusi and Oteboho, you know, or someone with Allende. So I very much love it, you know. So I think there's that. And then I was listening to Coach Cardoso pre-match, and he said something along the lines of when he met Costa, he told him there's things we can improve. I can see that you're a good player and what, but there's things to improve.
Yeah.
And I think you saw those things that needs to improve, and he's improving in them. in that we saw a hardworking Costa. Very hardworking. He's tackling, he's taking back, he's doing all those kind of things. So imagine the energy of Costa and Shalulile combined, you know, it is marvelous, and including that central triangle is very, very exciting, you know, in terms of energy, in terms of aggression, in terms of, you know, ball coverage. So it's very impressive what he has done with Costa, you know. So yeah, no, I'm glad with the system, and yeah, Tshwane is better than Modiba. I don't care if this one. Thank you.
I'm glad you said it. I can't say it, but let me go to Shembe. Next on the list.
I'm back, Tibos. I'm back with
Oh,
OT.
Mara. Okay. Before I go to Shem, I'll go back to Terence. Terence, give me your thoughts.
My brother, let me start this thing at the front.
Okay.
From Shalulile.
Yeah.
Peter Dosti Shalulile. Ne? Hardworking Peter. He finally found his rhythm back, my brother. Ne? Look at the passing game here, Shalulile, right now. One understand how Shalulile spaces himself. One understand. Route one football from Peter to Shalulile. Dangerous ball, my brother. If you leave Williams Omofa chance break on the ball, Sundowns will crucify you. One understand. Look at those straight line middle passes that they attack. Throughout the middle. When you counter press Sundowns, high press, they will kill you, my brother. It's -3 players. One understand.
Yeah.
It's that pass alone. Yeah, Williams, he killed 3 players. One understand, my brother. Another thing. This guy get tactician. If I don't know how does he get things right. I don't know how does he think of these things. But unfortunately, he get things right. One understand, my brother. The guy shows us how South African coaches are lazy to think.
Okay.
Yeah, they are lazy to think. Look at the guy's combination. Look at the guy, how the guy reacts towards the game. One understand, my brother. How he sees things in real time. The guy sees things in real time. One understand. He fixes the problem there and there. The Sundowns here, my brother. Combination ya Peter Shalulile, Lucas Roberto Costa, Matthews. Yo, Chava, young. They said we can't play with double 9. He's currently fixing the problem. Yeah, double strikers.
Yeah.
Yasha Lulile and Reynars. One must drop, one must receive, one must finish. One understand.
Mara Reyners, does Reyners have a space in this team?
Let me tell you something. Look at Peter Shalulile's goal. From the previous game, from Roberto to Reynard. From Shalulile to Roberto, from Roberto to Reynars. You drop. Once you hard drop, hard receiver. It leaves Peter Shalulile unmarked. One understand? Because if you want to press, you see danger. Once you udala ball music shot area. It's a goal. One understand? So the guy is currently fixing the problems that you and I are currently seeing. What do you fix? Okay. You can't play the both of you, but you can receive, you can finish. Look at yesterday. Shalulile was receiving once and then Matthews was finishing. On the day, who receives, who finishes?
Yeah.
That game, yesterday's game, it was easy 6-0, my brother, if I counted very well. Peter Shalulile betile pala, Lucas Roberto Costa betile pala. It was easy, 3 goals, 6-0. And then it made Supersport United is not a weak team. Gavin Hunt didn't win the league, the title 4 times by mistake. It's just that Sundowns, the Sundowns of now, I don't understand. They are lethal, my brother. And people, surprisingly, para Sundowns is weak.
Mara, isn't that a good thing when people say weak? Isn't that a good thing? Because Bata Papama, when it's too late.
I'm saying this again, and I'm still saying it again and again. I will say it again. Once more, season in, season out. It's a sense of barking, but the consolation. You know how when you're a cheating husband, your wife says, "Utla change, what the console."
Yeah.
It's like Sundowns. It'll lose. Let me tell you what Mamelodi Sundowns has done to the PSL, the Premier Soccer League. It has set the bar so high that other teams are struggling. It has set the bar so high. I've told people, Kar, you see a flaming back. The guy was a sporting director for Chelsea, my brother. He's taking Sundowns. I see play. I signed a player because of their coach. We signed a player according to the culture and the style of play of the team. It's only a massive. We don't play according to the coach strength. We play according to Sundown style. That's why.
So for that, but for this last 30 seconds, Terence, has Fleming Beck redeemed himself?
I'll give him Jeff Fleming Beck. Talk of dogs. Talk of dogs. When Fleming Beck chased Rulani away, I told people, this guy, all right, Rulani, you gave us nothing. Don't tell us about the league. You gave us nothing. You gave us nothing. Let's be fair, my brother. They gave you a blank check, but sign whomever you want. Rulani give us nothing. One understand that, bro.
Yeah.
Fleming Beck's got the best interest at heart for Mamelodi Sundowns, bro. One understand that guy. Yeah, no, something. That money, I'm telling you this. Mark the day. It's 6 February 2025. Mark this day. Mark this day in the calendar of life. Sundowns is going to set a new bar in South African history.
Okay, for time I'm going to jump in. By the way, the amount of points that Sundowns has picked up to this point, they had not done this last season. So to Terence's point, this is a different Mamelodi Sundowns. They're cruising right now. Let me bring you to Shambe. Shambe! Oh, sorry, okay, cool.
Bekhala ama sound effects la because like so khona manje.
Let me bring it Kuba. Kemnati man Kumo la shapa muthu 3-0 ko dubbing.
As usual. Like Batlahang. Guys, honestly, yesterday was one of my most exciting games I've watched, And I'm
gonna say man. 57.
No, 57. No,
on a Wednesday.
Always see. Attendance. That one child, another top 10 achievement the award. When now award they are at full 100% attendance.
Yeah.
And then I'm Mama Ralway. Kero Owana showmanship.
Yeah.
AKA showmanship.
Yeah.
Ronza Aira Nakanaga Sundowns ladies. I relay that's dark in that trip to pass LAI.
Oh, Kimang, yeah, man. Who this one?
Wait, so I get you want to run the Ragamul Reverul and 7 the time. Amalipe. Amar Nolomonata, guys. Nolomonata Mavani, give me the little exciting.
Yeah.
You see, I was on the previous live, someone remember something or Kodoso Salarataga counter attack in way serious. Yeah, 3 touches.
Yeah.
Goalkeeper to one attacking midfielder.
Yeah.
I remember then Wakora. And we see consistently Soravona or get the same thing at Tomoira. Ronza, she found already long passes. O Favorina, O Shadulila, Ashifala, O Favu Matthews. Who can go?
Yeah.
Marnal quality took already low blocks. Even though necessitating low block is still less.
Yeah.
Even though he was outgunned, I take my head off to him. He took us on. It was a fair result on his behalf. Although in fact the Maraya Obeti Lawan. So I give Sundowns. Although I was happy at the game, I can see vision Yakado, so Maragirma cover, don't count your chickens before the hedge. So Retavano Kopele, and I'm not being agent this time, I get. I'm just saying, can he produce this quality every time, and it happens.
Kumo, is he being underestimated, Caruso? I think he's still unbeaten. Isn't he still unbeaten right now?
No, I got a attack or Rotili Mambuloganzit.
Oh, Nelly Mangoba.
Kalabo. Okay, sharp. Oh, unbeaten. No, I don't think he's underestimated.
Okay.
Mamonyata, because ke Sundowns as affiliation. People like to speak about Sundowns. So whether we are doing good, we are doing whatever. As long as Sundowns, but like no bloody players. Like I had them say, hey, no, guys, players move on. Ronaldo moved on 4 times. Messi moved on 4 times. Why hello mukhulisela nyoko balabala? Ai man guys, refeng le balanta ba tsa lena wa tlhalohanya. No so re problem ka bokhoza, re ba botso re bokhoza ba dese ba mechoko midfielding. Ka mo shifa buzuku Modahu and Modahu is considered to be one of the best.
No, Marakumo, did I not say this a few months ago? I'm hearing things about Mudiba and I'm hearing things about. Did we not say this a long time ago?
Marlene, have you always see, no, within especially like Nagelo Sol, Santa Gelo Labor, Hager Kusa, and controversial topic and not ignore it, so I engage one. But all I'm saying is that let's not ignore you guys and focus on the beautiful work that one Amosan Danzo because wow, hey. Credit has to be given to us. And yes, 57 I think that's not so bad there.
It was great, that was good. It was very good. Wednesday.
I guess you're on Nasa Kestik, you're away.
No, I'm serious. Wednesday was great.
How could Wednesday was great?
I was shocked. I'm not gonna lie to you, I was shocked.
Oh, okay, horrible.
Okay. Yeah.
Back to your point. Slowly and gradually, we're starting to actually go to games. Even now, I attend matches when I can. Well, one of the importance of having a full pack stadium area because they deserve this. They deserve our support.
What time I'm gonna jump in and bring in Ushembe. Sembe, welcome to the show. How are you?
Mr. OT.
What's going on, my brother? What's going on, my brother?
Ukrandim pinch.
Hey.
Mr. Oti into sidumengazi into yethu le nichem early obvious Mr. Oti yangithola obvious middle center Mr. Oti uzosenza Mr. Oti uMac Chief uzokucova ngama Wednesday Mr. Oti cela ushiya ama logins
it's just for a month man, it's just for a month.
Ushiya ama logins wakho noma umama sekhaya ngicela ushiya umama nama logins wakho a host ishow ayikho into ezokufaka enkingeni kuma DMs Mr. Oti yithi kuphela lapha kuma DMs kushaya ngama congratulations Mr. Oti cela ushiya umama sekhaya ngama logins angeke Mr. Oti angeke sicela umuntu ozokubambela ishow Wednesday
mara ngikhona Friday.
Mr. Oti ungayenzi lento Mr. Oti sizolo yabona ukuthi ugeja igame ebaluleke kanjani Mr. Oti bongeke kwimist if bekwi Chiefs marafera sikho lapha sikho Shama logins Mr. Oti shama logins Mr. Oti bheka Mr. Oti manesh what an incredible game Mr. Oti izolo man yazi ngiqhenya ngeteam yami Mr. Oti ngishaye kabi ngeteam yami Mr. Oti I think that first half was maybe one of our best first halves under Cardoso. We saw a first half where he got that lineup correct, Mr. Oti.
Yeah.
Usually he reads the game and is very pragmatic and then he makes those changes. But yesterday we saw him get it right from the beginning, you know. And maybe it is because maybe Beslala is Supersport. I mean, Supersport is going through a really bad patch this season. I think they've only scored 6 goals, Mr. Oti, in 16 games. That's something's really off, Lapaya. Something's really off, Lapaya, Mr. Oti. Incredible first half, Mr. Oti. Tshwane, nomtunyelo. Ngaze ngatunyelo kanda.
Nazo.
These guys were giving us so much going forward, Mr. Oti. Mtunyelo ngatunyelo kanda, Mr. Oti. They were giving us so much going forward, these boys, Mr. Oti. Intwana za Mr. Oti spanile zolo, man, Mr. Oti. Man, yazi zolo, man, Mr. Oti. Ngibone ngathi team yethu seyiphika, it's peaking Mr. Oti and it's peaking at the perfect time Mr. Oti because you know last month I was extremely concerned about the fixture yethu ne Pirates this weekend but after yesterday's showing I'm so much more confident in our boys Mr. Oti, you know, the work ethic man yazi we even voice notes Oracle yethu all sing yethu all on WhatsApp after ngibona uRepera shying itackle lapha yana Mr. Oti acova ibhola and I was like wow man Oracle, are you seeing what Ribeiro's doing right now? Ribeiro is tracking back, putting in effort, Mr. Oti, playing like he wants to, Mr. Oti. You know, I think this is a dangerous time to play Mamelodi Sundowns.
And your Ribeiro, Imana Chaiva. Ashapabi Ribirima room. Hey, he's having fun these days.
Mr. Oti. So yesterday, Mr. Oti, I think we saw players that seem to be falling in love again with the game, Mr. Oti. Yeah. You know, we saw Adams play like Sundowns. We saw Adams going forward, Mr. Oti. I'm so happy for Mr. Oti, you know. Yeah. The only one concern I really do have, Mr. Oti, not to be a negative Nancy, but I am really concerned about Shalulile's persistence with wanting to have an extra touch in the box, Mr. Oti. You know, because Matthews is always was on correction or first time, Mr. Oti. Yeah. You don't have time in the box to wanna first receive the ball, then balance your body, and then because corner opportunity la Shalulile thole ibhola eboxini, and all he had to do was just offload it to Matthews Esidine, and Shalulile wanted to go back inside into where bekugcwele traffic ema defender corner. And yeah, man, like sometimes it's not necessary for those extra touches, especially in the box, Mr. Oti. You know, you don't have time, Mr. Oti. In the PSL, you might get away with it, but Mr. game of serious consequences, Mr. Oti, is and then it's going to go back again. So hitting his confidence again, Mr. Oti. And we need him to continue this trajectory that he's on. Yeah, but we don't need to go back and figure out again, which is Gonzalana, Papambil, you know. Another thing I would say is, Masego. Ntwana yam. Yeah, no. I think
Mara, when I speak, people say I'm hating.
No, Masego ntwana yam. Masego ushanga lesifo lesi sama wingers we Pirates, Mr. Oti. Speed and no brains. Abotlosi kholela disease, Mr. Oti. That close cholela disease, that speed with no brains disease, Mr. Oti. Mr. Oti. Mr. Oti, because I don't think he's gonna get more opportunities to play. Yeah, it's because now the
very quickly,
the weight of our games so going forward. Mr. Oti. The consequent, the level of importance of the games going forward. So it's because some fringe players actually tuba so ncipha, Mr. Oti. So into ngicabanga ukuthi mhlawumbe uzobuyela kumkhulu wakhe lapho Gavin Hunt yabathi kumduduza kancane yabo, but ngibona ngathi isikhathi sakhe kuSundowns asizophela, Mr. Oti.
When I listed them, people were saying, but it's fine. Let me not. But now fine. Still gonna have shows. Think about Kolani. Kolani, welcome to the show. How are you?
So, khamba kanjani Vert?
Man, mina ngimnandi. Uthi ngale game 3-0.
No, only Saturday.
Lezo.
I'm very impressed ngomdunyelwa noTiwane. Athi kunomlandeli othe uTiwane is better than Modiba.
Yeah.
Modiba is something else with Sundowns. It's not the left back. Modiba is something else with Sundowns. So I understand the long term ukuthi Modiba. Usually Modiba akasadingeki ukusebenziswa as number 3. Usedingeka ukusebenziswa as number 10 or double number 10 or double number 8.
Manje uzongena ku double number 8. Makhona bo Adams nabo Allende nabo Ribeiro. Hey, makhona lawo ma player, does he still have a place in that team lapho?
Yes, you can feature him anytime you want. He can do whatever you want. But I'm impressed ngomdunyela. Like said ukuthi ama team enu mayesayina abasayine abadlali. Look at the Sundowns in injury ku number 2 Mdawu and Murena.
Yeah.
Look ipass eyenziwe kwiGolika Adams. Look ipass eyenziwe umdunyela. First touch. Just look at i-reaction yabadlali ukuthi labo badlali bamba u2 asikho isidingo sokuthi ngenze extra touch. Let me put first.
Yeah.
First touch wayiputha Adams. Just wait until bonke abadlali abona bonke bazo slide phambi kwakhe. Just put a ball behind them. Easy.
Yeah.
Amathimeni awafunda ukusayina equality. Equality is not just a thing oyishoyo, the quality in the field. Quality on the field, not something ongavele uyikhulume nje uthi equality ayisayine umdlali isayine bani. So
ngicela ukubuza. Mara ngicela ukubuza, how much of it is quality player or how much of it is quality player that fits a system or player fitting system?
You can buy now i-case ngamthenga umkwena Tebogo Mokwena.
Yeah.
But ngeke kwazi umkwena ukufike adlale aphakamise yonke i-case. You have to buy qualities, you have to coach them.
Yeah.
Umkwena, you have to tell him ukuthi dlala kanje udlale kanje dlale kanje.
Yeah.
Like Ronaldo, you can't coach Ronaldo goal as a goal patch, you can't coach Messi, but you have to have a coach in the team ukumtshela ama strategies ukuthi yenza kanje wenze kanje ukuze udlale as a team, not on the individual. As a team you can have ukuthi uwenze kanje izinto kanje ukuze kube lula kuba kuma teammates akho ukuthi i-team iye phambili. We Sundowns not about individual players, but they ukuthi ba into ebaluleke kakhulu ilokhungana i-team effort ukuthi i-team yenza kanjani, i-team iphumelela kanjani. But guys, I didn't have ukuthi nje nis-congratulate ngokuthi sifike i-Club World Cup trophy. Into akasiyenzeke eMzansi, is the first team ukwenza izinto eMzansi.
Akithi bayise Clorco, why bangayisi mane Headfield or something?
No, hambani niyani nehlokopho niyothamela some come on guys. Stop jealousing. We are against the success of Sundowns. I remember a few years ago, abalandeli bezwe to say ukuthi money can't buy a success.
Yeah.
La kumtsipe beze bethi bebenza ijoke bethi uthenga omakhaya ntini ufuna ukuthi umakhaya ntini ufuna azodlalela iSundowns because akazi lutho ngebhola. Ibhola imali ngeke ikuthengele impumelelo ebholeni. Look at Sundowns now.
Okay, for time.
You swallow words ukuthi nathi. Yes. Look, Club Cup receiving how
No, for time we're gonna jump in. Yeah. Okay. No, for time's sake, I'm gonna jump in just so I can get the other panel in. The Club Mara, guys, why is Sundowns hiding the Club World Cup trophy, man? They keep it can shy Tonyana so we can go see it, or some of us as well that want to see it, man. Take it outside. It can't be at Chlorocopunje, man. But anyway, let me go into the second panel. We're still on Sundowns. We're gonna go to Pirates in the second hour. So Hansel, welcome to the show, my brother. How are you? Hansel, the concierge, tell me about the Sundowns team. 3-0 versus Supersport in the tshwane derby.
Mr. Oti, the result was well expected. It was just a matter of waiting for the 90 minutes. All in all, we knew Sundowns is going to win against SuperSport either way. So there's not much to say there.
Yeah.
I thought I would come in on the Pirates panel, but it's fine.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But basically, I think the next game where Pirates and Sundowns are going to play is going to be the decider. As many fans are saying, or it might be the decider of who wins the league.
Mara first round.
Yeah, because if you check, a lot of teams can play against Pirates because Pirates is very easy to play against, right? The structure of Pirates can give other teams a chance to play and a chance to score. If you check, teams hardly have goals against Sundowns. Why is that? It's because Sundowns is structured in such a way they squeeze the other teams in such a way they don't even have a chance to score against them. So scoring against Pirates is very easy. If you take your chances, you might end up winning or draw against them. You understand? Yeah, so winning against Sundowns is very difficult. That's why you see a lot of teams might play against each other. Maybe let's say the last 15 and 16 teams, the number 15 and number 16 teams might play against each other and one might win. But when they come to Pirates, they might draw. When they come to Pirates, one might win against Pirates. It's because the structure of Pirates allows team to play against them.
We'll speak about Pirates. We'll speak about Pirates when it comes up because I've got a question to that. But then, what do you think of Cardoso as the coach up to this point? Do you think that maybe Ramonyatsa Nyan?
Up to this point, I don't really have much to say because he inherited a good team in the first place. But from what I have liked about him is the changes that he made. If he still the team is not playing very well or according to what they talked about, he makes quick changes regardless of what time is it. 10 minutes, 15 minutes, 35 minutes, he makes changes. And then those changes, they impacted the game. So I would say so far, so good. But we will see when the league progresses. For now, it's still balanced. There's nothing much for me to say, according to me.
What do you make of Shalulile coming back and Reina's struggling a little bit now? Do you think that Reina still has a future with Sundowns? Do you think that Shalulile is closing that door?
Personally, I think, in football, sometimes you might have, as a player, there's a time where you are on form and there's a time where you're off form. Just like Kaizer Chiefs. Kaizer Chiefs has different players that comes into party in games in different moments, right? In this game, Du might score 2 goals. Next game is someone else. You understand? So usually because they play almost the same position, there will be that time where you would need one of them to be performing, regardless of, as long as there's an impact. If you are a striker, it's not necessary for you to always score. As long as you are there and you are providing assists or you are pulling defenders, you are pulling them off position, your impact sometimes, even though you're not scoring, it's what is needed as a striker. And given Reina's caliber, you cannot complain.
Okay. For time, let me jump in and bring in Sancho. Sancho, welcome to the show.
Hey, my brother, OT, we good.
Nakimunati, man. Tell me about this win, 3-0.
Bafethu Khadoso ni me again, Bafethu. Khadoso ni me again. Yabona le Sundowns le isazobulala abantu. Isazobulala abantu, basazokhala abanye abalali nje ngegame ngeSaturday.
Yeah.
Asoze ngibakhulu. Okay, siye gamini ne. Yabona le ndaba leyo kufaka uAlende no Adams. It's dangerous kakhulu ya combination, Bafethu dangerous kakhulu combination there is ube no Ribeiro phambili. It's gonna be very deadly. And then another thing I have realized ne umjida ugood ngokucloser up ilokuzenini igame ungabheka ebefake 6 defenders at the back. They make UC to close Super Sport from entering E18 last minute to after a rest play. So it's gonna be very dangerous on Saturday. And then other thing, that will be very dangerous. This guy, number 7, Esquivel, that guy is another Ribeiro.
Yeah.
It's another, and then the speed. I wonder if ever Shalulile no Renas at the same time. After one, I started the first half, then I cut a little because they don't get tired, those guys. If ever Nazasona against the Pirates, we're gonna be something else, my brother.
What do you make of your coach? What do you think of your coach up to this point? Or the Ribeiro up to this, Carlos up to this point?
Come again.
How do you feel about Cardoso up to this point?
No, I think I any chance but it's proven that what he's trying to do now, people they are seeing what he was trying to do, because at the first time he signed up, we didn't understand how he plays.
Yeah.
He's that guy who good in defensive. So now he's introducing attacking. That's why we're now seeing him in that direction. 1-0. So now he's getting comfortable with the squad. Then it's easy to do anything once you are comfortable with your squad.
Do you think that, I'm going to ask one more question and let's see. Do you think that there's going to be much rotation in this team, or do you feel as though once he's found his starting lineup, he's going to stay with it?
No, rotation at what time, and then we rotation but people they will not understand and they will not see that rotation. Rotator is now he now knows the squad
Okay. For time, I'm going to jump in. Hey, Hassan Downs the winner. Lebana baba happy man now. Tlogelang bana wena is September. Let me go to Penny. Penny, welcome to the show. How are you?
Mr. OT.
3-0, 3 goals. Hey.
Mr. OT, it was expected of Sundowns to do that against their development team, and to my surprise was Gavin Hunt being so much naive, and I don't know what is happening with Coach Gavin. Not disrespect, but the tactics that were employed yesterday, Mr. OT, were to be honest, was like throwing them into the lion's den. You cannot have a super sport that is very struggling and you say we want to go to Mamelodi Sundowns and match them.
Yeah.
That one was giving in from the word go. Gavin Hunt should have said, let me frustrate them.
Yeah.
Let me see what they can do if I frustrate them. But opting to say, I'm going to go pound to pound, if they attack, I attack, you were opening up so much spaces. Yeah. You understand. So I watched that game for the first half, then I went to watch Orlando Pirates. But what I found out on Mamelodi Sundowns is that as much as we can today say the score is 3-0, but they were playing against who? Against what material? You understand? If you compare that Super Sports and the Skukune team that played Orlando Pirates, you will see where was the real test of the night.
Yeah.
The real test was on the other side.
But I want to ask you, is that a good thing for Sundowns? Because then as much as we're saying Super Sports is not of quality, a lot of the teams in the PSL, I'd say maybe, let's say 60%, 70% are exactly where Super Sport is. Do you think that that's a good thing for Sundowns?
I wouldn't say it was a good thing to face. Okay, it might give a false hope.
Okay.
Why I'm saying this, if you look at when they played against the Polokwane City said, we are going to frustrate you. We know you are going to have the position. You are going to have all the pole position. Sundowns managed, lost that game. They went to play another game where they were frustrated. They won that game 1-0. They had 3 in a row winning games 1-0, 1-0 under Coach Cardoso.
Yeah.
So that is why I'm saying Gavin Hunt yesterday, I regard him very high, but yesterday he was very wrong. He failed dismal to give Sundowns the test, especially on a game that is regarded as a derby. You understand? We expected Sundowns to be tested, but they were not tested. It might happen that they were too good on the day, but from the word go, the tactics were not correct.
So then I'm going to give you 30 seconds. How would you set up to beat Sundowns? Like if I were to give you just a generic team, the random team, and I was to say beat Sundowns for me, from what you've seen of Cardoso, how would you go about that game? Who would you target?
Especially when you start with Peter, the only thing to try and do is to close the passing lanes.
Okay.
Because the danger with Mamelodi Sundowns is the speed point, the swiping machine. If you allow the swiping machine to pick up and play the game that he wants to play, which is Ribeiro, you are in danger to concede so many goals because he is able to pick and dissect. But if you are going to close those passing lines for him, you will frustrate Mamelodi Sundowns. But allow him to find joy in those pockets, then you have a problem. Thank you, Mr. Oti.
No, thank you very much, Penny. Let me bring in Umoki. Moki, welcome to the show. How are you?
No, how's it, Mr. OT? No, thanks.
I'm good.
No, thanks for your live, my man. Look, the weekend game between Pirates and Sundowns is basically a title decider. Let's not lie to ourselves. Pirates has to win that game. If Sundowns draws or wins that game, the league is over. It's going to Clorcop. But
is this the decider, or will the second leg not be the decider? The second leg.
It is the decider. Pirates has to win this game. Pirates has to win this game. If Pirates does not win this game, the league is going to Clorcop for the 8th consecutive season. But Mr. OT, what I want to say, I'm grateful for your TikTok platform. What you are doing for South African football is extremely great. And what I want you, a topic maybe in future for you to discuss is about South African football and heritage as to why certain South African teams, remember in the PSL, in my opinion, we have Sundowns, Pirates, and Chiefs. Those are the only teams who have got history, heritage, and culture. The other teams, maybe a guy got a tender or is business, I don't know. But like what happened to Manning Rangers, Santos, Mpumalanga Black Aces, Swallows is gone. Bloemfontein Celtics is gone. Mamkeys has got problems. But in your opinion, my guy, like those classic, those old teams that our grandfathers and fathers were supporting, they are no longer around. And that impacts, remember, our parents also impact what teams we support. And what teams we support also impact whether we go to stadiums or not. And you know, we saw the videos that go Soweto Derby, people drinking alcohol and acting all but what I want to say, my guy, like the history, culture, and heritage of South African football, please have another show to discuss, my man, especially when it comes to Swallows disappearing and Bloemfontein Celtics and Mpumalanga Black Aces disappearing. Ivan Khoza's legacy as somebody who is leading the PSL. What is his legacy? I'm not happy with it. As a Sundowns guy, a lot of teams, a lot of classic teams, my guy. Mpumalanga Black Aces, Santos, Ajax. In the Northern Cape, we don't have a team. Northwest, we don't have a team. Eastern Cape, if Chipa United is relegated, there's no team there. I just want to... But Buffet, South African football and heritage, and are we good enough? Especially when it comes to development. I hear a lot of people talking about Mufokeng going to Barcelona. I'm looking at Balde. Mufokeng is going to be competing with Balde. Is he good enough? Is he good enough? I don't think he is, but we have to be realistic about ourselves. And these agents who are demanding 100 million for a player, man, I just want our players to go overseas and play, gain a lot of knowledge and come back and share that knowledge and experience with our players. And maybe that will help us going forward. But agents and club owners demanding lots of money, it's a problem, my guy. But let me land and give other players. But Mr. OT, thank you. I love you for your platform, my guy. Please grow and grow and grow, my guy.
No,
please. Thank you very much, man. I love you, man. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Boki. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Let me go to Kareem. Kareem, welcome to the show.
Hey OT, how are you?
I'm good, thanks, and you, my brother.
I'm good. Last time you were talking about frogs, boiling frogs. Hey OT,
They don't
frogs,
see.
man. Yeah. OTA. I watched the game yesterday, Sundowns and Super Sport. It was a good game, but as people are saying, Super Sport, we always beat Super Sport. So for me, I don't think Super Sport, and I'll also include arrows. I wouldn't use Super Sport and arrows as a performance indicator to say, okay, we have arrived, we are ready for Saturday.
Okay.
Because we usually beat those teams, Super Sport and arrows. It was a good result, but performance-wise, maybe if we had scored 4 or 3 against Polokwane City, I was going to say, okay, this is a good performance. But Super Sport and arrows, not for me. But at least I also did manage to...
Can I ask, though, did the game have any more significance going into Saturday's game? Do you think that objectively from outside, you could probably say that this game was going to be important to see, especially going into that game, whether you're going to open that 3 points, whether Pirates could draw level if they win their game? Did that play into this at all, or is it just daily bread, Super Sport?
To me, it's just daily bread. Super Sport is daily bread. Arrows is daily bread. Last time you played with Arrows, it was 7. Can't remember the last time. 5 something, and then last time Siamago even got fired. Super Sport, we always beat Super Sport with high scores. Yeah, so for me, it's like we got the result, and also Caruso managed to prove that, okay, he can score, because people were criticizing him and saying he doesn't score, there's not too many goals. So he managed to get those goals. As we know, previous coaches were scoring high goals against Super Sport and your Arrows. So yeah, that's a good indicator. But performance-wise, going to Saturday, for me, it's okay. This is our daily bread. I wouldn't be really over the moon. For me, I'll see Saturday. I'll see Saturday. But yeah, Gavin Hunt, I don't know what Gavin Hunt was doing. Like that guy, I think he needs to retire. His tactics were very, very poor. First half, yeah, I saw what he was doing. He was trying to get a draw. He was playing a 4-5-1, one person up front, and then 9 players behind the ball. And Sundowns were a bit struggling, were playing wide until we got the goal. And then he changed his tactics into a 4-3-3. But then now his 4-3-3 is set up, he's pressing with 3 players up front. The second defensive line is so far apart from the first defensive line, and Sundowns were just going behind them. It made it look so easy for Sundowns. I'm like, Sumadala, hasn't he been watching other PSL games to at least try and see how you're going to play against Sundowns?
Yeah.
For me, that was very, very poor. Like, Sundowns was just going over the defensive line. It looked so easy, so easy. So for me, like Gavin, and I think he needs to retire. And also one thing I also picked up with, I don't know what's happening with Shasha. I think he regained form or something. I don't know what's happening with him.
Do you think it's form or is it the system? Do you think this system suits him better than Mangoba's system, let's say?
It's hard to say. Hey, it's hard to say because he was struggling a bit even when in the beginning when Caruso started. I'm not sure what really it is, but what I saw is that how important he is in that net pressing of Sundowns. When they pressing up high in the field, trying to recover position. So I saw him showing the other players where to go. I'm like, okay, this is why this guy is important. Because when you do a gegenpress, you don't just press and run around, you get tired eventually. You need to time it perfectly. You need to know when to go.
And set traps.
How long, and set traps, how long, they usually say it's a 6 second press, and how long. So he was basically controlling and showing everyone how we should press. I was like, okay, this guy is important because of this. I think it's something Reynolds doesn't do. I think that's why maybe Shasha is important going forward, especially going to Saturday. I think he's gained the confidence, and I think he is going to score Saturday.
Can I ask you about Saturday, just for the last 30 seconds here? I want to ask you, does Jordaan Adams start versus Pirates?
For me, I didn't see enough for Jordaan Adams for him to say he should start. Okay, he scored the goal, but other than that, I didn't see anything. Well, for me, the guy who impressed me the most was that Lucas Suarez. If Modiba is not, if the left backs are not careful, that guy is gonna take that position. He is confident. He's a leader. He gets into the right spaces. He can pass. I think that guy is our best signing in this Jan transfer window. I think it's our best signing. But in terms of Adams, for me, it didn't give me enough. I would still put in Kulisa there.
Okay.
Kulisa and Alende.
For time, I'm going to jump in. Let me bring in PK. PK, welcome to the show.
I mean, OT, good evening, ke happy, you know.
Kile stadium. Le tletse bole ko stadium ka Wednesday ka rai a ke tsebe man ba thabetseng e kana.
No, I mean we are coming to the party as supporters. I mean, OT, we firstly accepted the 358, as people say. We are not as many as we are, but we appreciate the quality football that Mamelodi Sundowns is dishing up for us. So yeah, we were supposed to go there and support the boys. Yeah, but beside that, let me talk about the game, Maban. I think Bafeto, you know what, OT? Transition is very important. To change and accept that times have changed and football itself have changed is very important. You can't just because Gavin Hunt was loyal for you and he have done so much for your team, And now you can see now the team is going down. Ngare habana plan B to bring a coach and come and take SuperSport and make it the team that we know it, the way it used to play football.
Okay.
I think yesterday SuperSport came, but one, they didn't have a plan. Ngari, they just came and say, you know, those kind of games.
Yeah.
And there was no threat. There was no, you know, and these guys, they had the players to play. But I feel like yesterday they didn't play. They sat back. We tried to do this, and I think is general knowledge that, yeah, when you are playing Mamelodi Sundowns, sit back, they will be frustrated. But I think we have passed that thing. Cardoso have came with a plan to break this low block. Right? With the pass through and everything that is happening at this moment, which I love. Because now teams, they have to come to the party. They have to play the football. And now, remember, Cardoso, these players, Ngare profile or check, okay, who's who in the zoo. And yesterday I saw even the substitute were communicating to say, look, I'm going in a game Saturday, and these players that I'm resting, surely they will start. And you can see, I can tell you, Adams will start. And he was giving him full minutes just to say, get used to the game, be fit and warm up. For Saturday is coming. The boy is fitting like a glove in Mamelodi Sundowns system, which is good for me. You know, it's those players. And this is what I love about Mamelodi Sundowns now. It's like Andy Lejali goes, Tebogo Mokwena comes in, he takes that spot, he fit in, and he plays as Andy Lejali. Now Tebogo Mokwena is playing deep in collecting the ball from Rowan and ask for those spaces. It's like a conductor.
Yeah.
And yesterday for me, he was man of the match. This guy just came to the party. Sundowns wouldn't play from the back if this guy, he's not there. He trusts, and you know, at some point, he made a mistake, and I think we were attacked. But he continued to be confident to say, this is the Mamelodi Sundowns that play. We are starting from the back, and we are playing it like this. You know, he was instilling that thing. And Jayden was there in the position, pushing up, but yet coming back, you know, trying to do. Ribeiro is doing the work. It's like everyone knows his role. For a moment, OT, we were lost in that thing of saying, what are we doing? Yes, the ball was circulating, but for us to reach the last half or the post to another opponent, it was so difficult. And Sundowns will invite you. For all of a sudden now, Rowan is able to be accurate and pass the ball. And that one pass will kill teams. And we have seen that thing happening. Kalithaku started Mangoba. I think that was the implication of Mangoba at some early stages to say we want to score goals. And I remember that beautiful pass. And yesterday there was that pass again. Elinya Trepagisha Lulile and Tariq finished it. And I'm like, okay, now at least we have a plan. No one ever understood us to play long balls. But these long balls, if it's necessary, we are able to play them and capitalize on them. So it's one of the, you know, I think one of the players that Bafetu is underrated, or maybe he's giving us the performance that we are expecting him to play into. It's Allende.
Yeah.
This guy is, no. This.
Why? PK, I'm going to give you just 20 seconds here. Why is Allende not rated? I don't understand it.
I don't know. Maybe it's because OT, the work that he's doing, it's like, you are supposed to do. Have you ever been in a company and you are doing your work, and the moment you are going out there, you're like, we missed a huge person. I'm saying, this guy, it's like he's expected for him to work the way he's working, and therefore he cannot be recognized. Unfortunately, it's one of those players where you will go out, all out, and they are like, he played, so what? It's those guys.
For times like I'm going to jump in because we need to move on to the next topic. Thank you to PK and thank you to everybody that jumped in for the Mamelodi Sundowns section. Please remember now we're moving into Orlando Pirates territory. We're going to speak about the game that they played versus Iskukune. We're going to have the same format, 2 panels. Everybody's going to get 5 minutes to have their piece and say. I may or may not ask you questions. And we can go for their question for the comments. I've got 2 questions for the comments. Do you start Adams this weekend? And do you think that Allende, why is Allende underrated for the people there in the comments? So I'm going to go into Paris now. Let me let in Amapagani abazongitshela ukuthi bathini. Orlando Pirates, of course, played Iskukune, Babina Noko. They beat them 2-1. Iskukune had 13 shots, 6 on target. Orlando Pirates had 14 shots, 6 on target, 52% of the possession. So it was a little bit of a tight game. Both teams created 2 big chances, and they actually missed 2 big chances, both of them. So let's see what Amapagania have to say about their performance versus Iskukune. Velile Mtakaba.
Hey, bafokunjani?
Mina ngimnandi man.
Oh, guy, nami ngiyaphila ngiyabona man impela ukuthi waphathima.
Yeah, hey.
Sibongele nangalela gig. Bathi gig konje ngapha eGoli.
Bathi gig la eJozi, bathi gig.
Hayi sikubongele mdala. Kusho khona umsebenzi wakho. Muhle yabonakala sekusho khona ukuthi ke ama overthinkers la amanye lawo ngolehlanu ngo3 o'clock kule kuMagG. Ukhona uJosh Mokwena.
Danko.
Abangani bakhe angibaza baba. Angibaza abangani bakho.
Maravelile. Pili jokes and Tesli,
Bani?
Upili jokes and then omunye uTesli.
Oh yeah. 3 o'clock in the afternoon, madoda. Niloge in lapho, you must subscribe and you must follow and you must like then.
Nalagimi.
Abuti Kujo. Naguwe futhi now abuti Kujo, what's the right? Ngafuna ngukubemeze phambi kwabantu please. What's the right?
Hey Maripagania. Velile game 2-1 Pirates.
What's the right? Awukho ku WhatsApp ucela what's the right? Ngeke ngikutshele phambi kwabantu bokuhamba la please. No.
Maripagania yahlupha.
Sizothini mntu wena mntaka ngoba wonke umuntu sekayazenzela kithi ekukhulunywa umathanda nje noma kuthiwa ngiyezwe bake bablame ukhoza ngama-club historical what ngimakethe awo manje ushemen sekangena ngoba siyayazi muzi impumalanga Black Axis ukuthi nayi i-Cape Town City awuyazi wena Swallows awuyazi ukuthi imakumo Galant Celtic awuyazi ukuthi mamkhize le lidoda duba uJoma wazi wayehlathini angithi abafuna uqasha balevenda lidoda duba le ulithikela nengane zakhe abafuna uqasha abantu maye senze njani ushemen ungenaphi lapho hey ushemen azuvelelwe yo Jehova ngicela ubatshela ke laba abantu esisempini ngomgqibelo Mr. OT
yeah
sisempini and the good thing about it engijabulela ukuthi iPSL has just made a good decision ukuthi inike labantu iArrows ne-Celtic and I'm hearing them, they're so happy. How can you measure yourself as Sundowns against Arrows ne Supersport? Like really?
Yeah.
Arrows lenga 7 man. It's a good thing ukuthi Cardos if uzakalo umqondo ukuthi uwine 2 games ngagoal 7 and is coming to Pirates. There is meeting a different species, Baba. We've been there before. We've been there before as underdogs. For the past 6 games, we've been there. And this song has been sang again. The good thing is no coach was playing as nayo Musa Pulankul. Whereby if you look at the Sundowns, they've been hitting our team since le Congo. What's that team le wadla nayo le Congo?
In Maniema.
Yeah. The way the Ushalile angena khona scored 2 goals.
Yeah.
Since then, Ushalile has been scoring the same pattern. How many games they've played? And then you've got the coach of Pilankulu who doesn't even play against that. You wait for Sundowns to hit you against 5. The same pattern. Those diagonal ball from Allende, you don't play against them. We've got a coach. He has played against them for the past season. We have beaten them in cup games. There's nothing new there. We have made a reshuffle. So I love the way ngakhona. Did ubonile bekuthamba bekhuluma bona for the past hour now boss school and bekuse private school. Some of them they've been telling you we have told you before. We've told them before. We've told them this. Yes, Nkosi yami. We
Marantele velile mina ngabona le 20 minutes man la ukuphela Kori Pirates nje hoto makhawula mtambo.
Hayi Richard uzoba strong sizokhuluma ngeSundowns nganani niyakhuluma ngama team ufasa iphondo na into ninje naso impatient
yabona ke mara velile
abaphola bayabona bakuma comment abaphole nje bafasa ibhane nje baphole ba relax because si relaxile we are going we are just cruising nice.
Oh man pass.
We will be there on Saturdays. And they must make sure because lamalanga yazi must share ama-team amaningi musikumele kuye ku-FIFA law books than beze baphethe ima-FIFA law books and start share code bazokhowuta ukuthi kukho kanjani.
Mara velile for the last minute ngifuna ukubuza ukuthi isikhukhune looked good mara iPirates is doing something this season where they know how to suffer. Uthini ngalokusafara?
Mntaka basasho sathi kule season lena unyaka wezithembiso. Basho njalo amakhola mos bathi kunonyaka weyithembiso. So endonyakeni weyithembiso insizwa nabafana namadoda kuyobonakala umehluko phakathi kwabo uthini. Sisempini la nje basishilo wena mntaka baba. Sisempini and this as I've said before, but this is one of the season whereby come end of the season when the players will look back and then they will say see really on this season.
Yeah.
Because I can tell you, Saturday we're going to win that game. I start as early. This is the season whereby if you have to look back, you look at a couple of saves that Uchayine pulls. Those saves that he pulls, they're just extraordinary saves. The winning championship saves. You can be attacked so many times. I've just said some they are saying it's so easy to score against Pirate. But they failed for the past 5 games to score so many goals against even Pirate. Because I know sometimes when you tell them, they will always refer to you to Pirates league. They don't count the last 6 games. So, but asikho lapho. Mina nje into engayisho mntaka ukuthi ukukhulula ngomgqibelo ungeza nawe ePitori. Siyobe sikhona. Umcimbi yobe wethu sibehleli ngayabo. Uyabona angithi camera ihlala iveza kublue ngale bangekho egroundini. Kuyobe kunabantu ke ngalo on that side. Bazoba khona abantu ngoba babezwa abantu bayowathenga ama ticket ukuthi i-team yabo izodlala. The good thing ukuthi we will celebrate Mokwena playing in a full capacity stadium. He'll be happy because that's what we bring. People will bring joy, and we are going to collect our 3 points. We'll be there. We've been there before. We've been underdogs. Ice tools. Abaqhubeke abaqule. Ureferee soza naye futhi uTom okuzabani angifuna inkulumo
mara for time it's kubaluleke
ukuthi washo icima ukhoza washo icima asifune inkulumo siyacela kusase eli
malume kutso
washo amandebele bathi lomgidi nomnyanya uza kuphela ngekudala nje siyabona
malume kutso hayi bara uvelile malume kutso ushap
velile reloaded ngiyamthanda lo velile lo
velile
lo hamba ngilayina khai 1 uyampela
kire kyabuyisetsa hamahle
iThomas wangayi nithini yale ayele akhiphe enye iphasi ngeqeda nina menibuya aphambane nana yepalina yokora iThomas wangayi velile
malume kutso le win tshwane man cause kukude man le ring ka game na ba
Mr OT wa hopola season soqala
yeah
konje ba it's a defining moment at Pirates kinning first 5 games.
Yeah.
The first 5 games will be the most important. So we don't but you know, no. The first 10 games.
Yeah.
And today, ba break ama record because babaleka thina sihlelila. Qabanga last season Mr OT nabale unbeaten. But today, ba break the record sabona. Why? Sihlelila. Bayabona. So as the end of January, It's going to be a real test for Pirates. They will be facing Ahly, Kaizer Chiefs, a cup games, Kukune, and then Mamelodi Sundowns. So let's Sundowns. Can they be a defining moment? Hey,
Yeah.
Well, it's the second half of the season, but see, it's a decider with 17 games to go.
Is that a decider really though?
With 17 games, I'm decide with 17 games to go. Decider.
Yeah.
Yeah, abantu bathukile. Bayanqanqazela abantu. Bafana Mr. OT. Lama tablawa, arrows ngidouble 7.
Yeah.
Supersport ngishaya 3. Utiti bagibela phezulu kwebhola, ngayishaya futhi eligini. Ucoach wakhona wafuna ukumanhandle uTito. Wamcoach after game. Wala uTito wathi ungucoach boy. Tito wathi angazojela ngiqeda ukudla wena. Qeda ukudla manje uzongicoacha wena. Bese wena uzotshela ngoKharoso ukuthi ublind ngalabantu laba. Ngalabantu laba uTito bekaligibela kubo for fun.
Yeah.
Hi, Mr. OT. They must not make a mistake. Bangashama 3, bashama 4. But they must remember Uzani. What's coming on the weekend? They must prepare themselves, Mr. OT. Siza no retreat, no surrender. Siza ngesifuba.
Okay.
Yeah. Biza M23. Biza King SANDF. Biza wabani. Gebek shubile left us, Mr. OT. Gebek shubile.
Jwale, Malume Kutso. Is it going to be a suffering game for Pirates on Saturday? And can you suffer versus the Sundowns?
Mr. OT, we suffered against Ahly. In Cairo. But here Ahly give. That's the point that Banomona. Yo, compliment I pull me gulaban. But yeah, Ahly had rested abantu. One can in Pasakamako.
A long time ago.
One can in Olibito.
Yeah.
Sabafara e Cairo. Such in as young as you are. Go and take the field. Mufukeng as young as you are. Talabat ye Wunzimale, Nyagubuyo in Cairo. Mufukeng, Hamu Wabonisa boy. While beginning to Panomnan.
Yeah.
But I actually be restabantu when they want to score. Can't you want to know Mr. Ochiban about Vumeni? Against anybody, anywhere, anytime, the whole year, any hour, any minute, any second, we can do it. We can suffer and come out victorious, Mr. OT.
Okay.
Those who beat us, they know. Those who beat us, Mr. OT, they know it was luck.
Okay.
Those who beat us today are going to be unemployed. I'm talking about Cape Town City. They are suffering after they beat Orlando Pirates. Waphela konke, Mr. OT. Wabanzima.
Maranako.
No, Mr. OT. Mara Mr. OT. Laba beSundowns bebangenile la.
Kere gufile. Malume. Akere leakwa
But Cardoso is the one. Mara 2 games last week bebamtauta. Today is the one. Aye. I'm sure Mr. OT.
Very
Who was
quickly.
doubting Cardoso? Was it me and you? Because suddenly
We told them. I told them that no, guys, your coach is good. He's gonna come around. They were, but anyway.
No, Mara, all of a sudden, Bonke, they knew it.
Okay, for time though. Let me go to Ulomzi. Ulomzi, welcome to the show. Hey, member.
Yeah, OT. Sanwana, guys.
How are you, my brother?
I'm alright, and yourself? Good.
I'm good. Tell me about this game. Hey, 2-1 Orlando Pirates Kukune.
Look, man, don't go into umfutho, man. Don't tell me how great is Orlando Pirates, I'm not the talkative guy, I'm more on the technical side, But I want to mention something that Orlando Pirates have done this season, which has been very good, which has been winning, even though we are leaping there and there.
Okay.
We're going into a game where we have Ukloki coming in. Ukloki, when you saw him against Kukune, you could see he's been out for a while. So in Sundowns, we are going in leaping, but this is the thing, Guti. We've been leaping most of the time, but yet we are winning games. And this is the thing I'm liking about Jose Rivero. This is an interesting fact, actually, Guti Singena, Silipa, but we're getting out of the results. 3 points, a lot of tas, lapaya,
Hey. Okay, can I ask you something?
Yes.
In the league, usually in the league, when it comes to league games, Mamelodi Sundowns is usually better in general. And when it comes to cup games, Pirates is good.
Yes.
Is this going to be a league game or is it a knockout feeling game?
I think for Orlando Pirates, it's a knockout feeling game.
Okay.
Because now it's about we are closer to getting this, so it's we are more hungrier than ever now. Yeah. So we want to take this. Sponisa Lamasanda wanna go. No, we are here. We're not here to add numbers. We are just here to play. But although Orlando Pirates now young there and there, I will tell you, there's a question you've been posing to a lot of people. You're talking about suffering. I don't like the way we suffer. I really don't like the way we suffer. I think we suffer too much. You look at a game against Richards Bay, we can't even complete 10 passes in the second half. We are a different team in the first half. Second half, we change now. Yes, we have gone into this thing that now we allow the team to play. We don't mind. But now let us not concede now.
Yeah.
If we're gonna say that, let's not have possession, it's fine. I don't mind, but let's just not suffer, because we can't say against Richards Bay. If Richards Bay could have kicked us out, guys. Normal one would have seen that game. Richards Bay could have done that. It's Kukune in the last minutes could have turned things around, Cairo, Lapaya in Egypt, things could have turned around. So we are suffering, but it's still not good enough out of possession. We need to fix our structure, how we are moving, we are applying pressure. All of that needs to work out, especially Masiala Loftas. Yeah, I think that's the most important thing for me.
Look, I hear about the suffering, but wait, see, sometimes they say that when something becomes a pattern, you have to take it maybe as the truth, that maybe this is what Pirates is good at this season. It shouldn't change. I don't know if you feel the same way, or how would you change it? Personnel-wise.
I think, okay, look, you can get away with it when you're playing these other teams. But now we're going to play a Sundowns, which is very dangerous. We know how Sundowns is so good, so we can't now say that we'll leave our mistakes just because it's another league game, or just because we've been getting away with it, it's okay. No, I think that if you're trying to better yourself as a team, if you want to be the top, if you want to be a champion, this is how you do it. You make sure that you have no weaknesses. By all means, I know it's impossible, but you're trying to achieve that, achieve the impossible. So I think that's what we need to do,
Okay.
Yeah,
For time, I'm going to jump in. Let me bring in Kulufela. Kulufela, welcome to the show.
Chapo, I'm back.
Man, kemonate man. 2-1 Pirates Shapiles Kukune. Kukune na ichisa towards the end of that game. Orenka came in.
Okay, why it's always getting into the Pirates this season, Like Pirates this season, they have the character. Lala sharp, but get 3 points. And always open on drawing pots. You have to go to the drawing pot, check or game it. So Marageli out drawing pot, 3 points. Ho sharp. I was no drawing pot, let sharp, missed chances, Marala 3 points. How we are drawing pot, we okay, we win 3 points of it, Mara mistake Jarnakichi. And sometimes ugasi probably too much. And some pitch. Obana Pirates and Chile money out about striking about the pitch in I got check on a pitch. Yamolopolo and read the Muller pitch case as Angaratala shop. Sometimes a pitch game G2 Malaysia will one you win 2 and a Talamakis. Lona Dala shop more. So well Maran too important to coach Rivero we read this season. Greater point, no matter what. So going to the Saturday game, yeah, I think this Saturday, it's difficult Saturday. But then ke tshepa gore magopa o thoma le game fela bona. So like
Oh, magopa o thoma.
Yeah, magopa o thoma le
Okay.
game. Magopa o thoma le game this Saturday ke sure ebile fela. And ere go with something ka Sundowns. Sundowns go ga ithuwe o ka betha ga ithu Sundowns. Na ke itse coach PSL bjang. There's two ways to beat Sundowns. It's either you sit back then wa dlala ka di-player tsa pace then wa sora ka counter attack, or you press them high go make sure gore at least ba ska thoma ball from the back. So if Sundowns vele o tlo allow vele e thoma ball from the back, Williams vele o mo allow le two center backs ba fedije ka wena. So make sure that you press them high go make sure Williams a ska thoma a dlale di long ball. Obviously to di win a le fetsa go win long ball jele then I'm gonna then or if batala long ball defender tjana go win then central midfielder tjana maybe di ka win a second ball, then after mo kana le a go bona, or you sit back.
But then doesn't that open Pirates up, Kaubane? Lilona, if you push high, go Sundowns, it means that there's spaces, let's say, between Kemang Van Rooyen, if Van Rooyen, and Hoto on the other side, Lisia tu Komraho. And Sundowns now is shown Matthews, Nali Pacey, Ribeiro can play the ball, Williams can play a long ball, and Shalile can win it. Isn't it a risk? Leona who push high.
No, why is the lineup of Pirates this weekend? Take it to the Dlala. Marco Dlala is a left back. Van Rooyen no Dlala is a right back. So Hoto will Dlala is a right wing. Why is Hoto o Dlala bjang? Hoto Dlala is a right wing. Amara Van Rooyen a ka tsamaya line ka ofela. A thoma Maka Van Rooyen o kena ka gare. Mako kena ka gare. Then Mofokeng o Dlala. Ko Mofokeng nako pa vela re tlo make sure vela a bo marawa a to defend vela because vela are no choice. Mara if Salim na lona vela be kele sure Mofokeng a ka thoma le game. O bo yelo thoma ka ntle hota to Salenga thoma le game. So ar pusha high so ora re vele re pressa ka mang, re pressa ka magopa, re pressa ka maswanganye, re pressa ka Mbatha, re pressa ka Mofokeng, re pressa ka Hoto. Ko re mo le mara gore shala re di 4 immediately vele polele aba thoma ga pele gore ba dlala godimo re winner then makaola ba winner taite ra ba press ra go bona gape ke ka mogolo re dlala Sundowns this weekend. And vele ke na maybe and ke ka mogolo re Jose vele since a fitla ino vele re vele first season azanga adlala so first season ke motho ona o read ka game mathomo ona dutse morago vele because re be re sena di-player tse le gore di ka follow press Sundowns mara last season gore win Sundowns vele ne re dlala so.
For time's sake, it's okay now so that I can bring in Pompo. Welcome to the show.
Hola, Oti.
How are you, my brother?
I'm good, Wena.
Man, Kimnati, tell me about this game. I don't know, people are talking about Saturday, it's fine. But how do you feel about Pirates 2-1 win versus Kukune?
Before I go to this Kukune game, ke batla mo 29 games played, 22 wins, 4 draws, and 3 losses.
Yeah.
That's an incredible stat.
Yeah.
For a team that has grown. I've seen Pirates grow like through these 3 seasons. And I'm very much appreciative of what the boys are bringing to the table. And coming into the game, I'm a one. First half we played very well, but in the second half I felt like the legs were starting to go from the boys. Considering Guti, we were playing a derby, a very, very intense. We had an intense week. Derby it's not for small boys. Khulunga le yase Pretoria, it's when comparing it to the real Soweto derby, the boys know they gave it their all there. So I think yesterday the boys played well, taking their 2 chances in the beginning of the game.
Yeah.
Then coming back and just closing off the game. And I also salute Usipo Chain. He's really grown into that position. I think the spirit of Senzo Mayo is following him.
Yeah. So, but tell me about the last 20 minutes. Because it feels like a pattern with Pirates is that towards the end of the game, under control. It's like it's a free fall. And to be fair, you've only lost 3 games, so it's not like alarms are ringing. But you know, Skukune scores the 1, it goes to 2-1. Skukune is pushing. I think at some point, Bashapile cross is there a sustainable game for Pirates, or a style of play for Pirates, or will Jose Rivera have to do something about that?
I think you see the problem with us at the moment is it's that we are not okay. Fine, since you mentioned at the beginning that we had two more chances after those 2 goals, and we didn't finish them. I think that is the what would I say? I think that is the our Achilles heel, that we are not able to finish off games early and kill off games, so that in the second half, when those when that 60 minutes minutes arrives, you can change players. You can start changing crucial players like our Rasibucha, because when you look at our squad right now, the problem is that I don't think the players that we have on the bench and so forth have over 50 minutes on their legs. So that's also a problem with us, is that we are not, if for example we were finishing off our chances like the Maruma Gallants game, I think our players would be there where we need them to be. But now the problem is that we are not finishing our chances. We are not killing off teams in time to be able to rob in some other guys. But I think the management will deal with that.
Okay. Do you think that maybe this window was the missed opportunity to bring in other people? Or are you fine with as it is?
As a Pirates fan, as a Pirates fan and a Pirates lover and a supporter, I honestly feel like we missed an opportunity, because if you're gonna let go of 2 wingers and not bring in someone else, God forbid, what happens if Mfukeng gets an injury? Nkota now has gotten an injury. Nkota got a knock during the weekend when we played the derby.
Yeah.
If Hoto gets injured, what happens? So it's those dynamics that I think maybe the management took too much of a gamble, especially if we're not going to be fixing the Saleng issue anytime soon. But yeah, we'll see. I think they know what they're doing. But if maybe we could have gotten maybe a Pasadine, maybe for the left back position, then I think maybe 1 or 2 signings, not too many, but at least 1, if not 2. I think it could have been way better. Yeah.
No, for time's sake, I'm gonna step in. While I get the next panel ready, all I'm gonna say, guys, is I think the most incredible thing about the Pirates, and I've said this a couple of times this season, there isn't really somebody who has been on form the whole season. There isn't really somebody you can point to and say that this one, every single game they were there. But what's incredible is Mfukeng doesn't score. Nkota doesn't score. Mabasa doesn't score. Tito hasn't scored. Mangbata hasn't scored. And then all of a sudden, Makaula scores. All of a sudden, Hoto scores. And now you're sitting there thinking to yourself, this team really is sharing the responsibility of scoring very well. You know, they don't have like, I know you guys are speaking about Mfukeng and those guys, but for me, Mfukeng is still up and down his performances. Nkota disappears at times. But here you go, and you just find a random person putting up their hand. And up to this point in the season, it really has been a team effort for everybody coming in and lending a hand to this thing we call scoring. But in any case, let me go to Usinja. Sinja, welcome to the show.
Mr. OT.
How are you, my brother?
Where were you yesterday?
Yesterday, I was shooting my new show.
Yeah, no. You had better things to do than watch Pirates and Sundowns. That's the
Well,
honest truth.
shooting a new show.
More important things. You had things that bring you income that come first. Pirates, Sundowns, when it's playing, there's nothing that is going to affect your bank account, Mr. Oti. Hence is why you decided to go and do something, because that team, when it's playing, hey, Mr. Oti, when was the last time you saw Peter Salonile doing the jump?
Well, I saw him do the jump, the Springbok jump. It's been a while.
You see now, after he scores, he walks. Ukuthi machintshe inyanga ngoku isangoma sabo.
Hayi man, allegedly the thoughts and views expressed by the panelists or the comments are not those of overthinking football or George Mokwena.
Cox Conteni ute, hey, this jumping thing is what must not work now. It's not working.
Yeah, pirates. Did you see now? Why you guys want to get me into trouble?
Orlando Pirates, Mr. OT, is nothing without South African officials. They are nothing. Another day, another game, another robber.
So you're saying there's somebody there. Who was the ref yesterday?
Listen,
just for clarity.
Hey. A player makes himself big, a ball hits his hand, the referee looks the other way. Oh. During the people, Sibukele. No. This must be investigated. These people are nothing without the mistake. They are nothing. But it's okay. We understand they've learned from the best. They saw it in Pittsburgh.
Allegedly.
If you want to win, this is how you win. And I like it, Shem. I won't lie. I want Pirates to win because the last time Orlando Pirates won, children that were born when Pirates won the league, they've got kids now. Their parents. Their Sasa grant cards have expired. The last time Orlando Pirates won the league, Mr. OT, kids that were born in that. When was the last time Orlando Pirates won the league? Am here support. I'm a Bakani. When was the last time they won the league?
2011, wasn't it?
2011.
Yeah.
How many years was that?
14 years.
Yo. 14 years. Yo.
But to be fair.
That's a long.
But to be fair, not many teams have won it.
Yeah, but Mr. OT, the last time, you see, Mr. OT, Mr. OT, that was a long time ago. That was a long time ago. About Tito were not born. About Fuken, they were not even born. Were they born?
Oh, they were born.
But going back to the game, Mr. OT, I think Orlando Pirates stand a good chance of winning the league. Jokes aside, I am wishing for Pirates to win the league. It's a game that you can feel that Orlando Pirates is going to win. You can see that Orlando Pirates is going to win. I like how confident Pirates players are. I like how they win the game mentally before they even step inside the foot. They've got this aura about them that has been missing.
Okay.
And I think that's what champions are made. When they step into the field, they are together. They don't rely on certain individual brilliance to win the game. Players are stepping up, as you rightly said. When you think that Fukeng is going to win them the game, Evidence is going to win them the game, there comes a CBC. There comes a Hoto. When was the last time Hoto scored? So when moments matter, Pirates step up. That's what I've learned this season. When the occasion requires Pirates to step up, they step up.
But isn't this going to be a tense game?
Which one?
The game that they're going into.
The answer is why I say when the occasion rise, it's like Pirates. It's like when you receive an invite.
Yeah.
and you see the dress code and you look at your wardrobe and you're like, I'm gonna kill this. That's what Orlando Pirates is doing this season. Each and every game is an invite, and they are stepping in, showing in. They're gonna show up. They're going to. It's unlike the Pirates that we are used to this season. Aisha, they are there. They are there, and the officials are on their side as well.
Allegedly, hey, yeah, that's Ivan Khoza calling. Hey, let me bring in
Alala. Mr. OT, all the best for your show. We are supporting it. Yeah, let me run.
Bye-bye. Thank you so much. Let me go to Skara. Skara, welcome to the show. How are you?
Who cares? Who cares what Sinja says? Who cares?
Let me find it. It's not playing. Okay, no, I'm gonna add it. No, okay, yeah.
Yeah. No, man, we must watch football and not watch Facebook comments and then come here. Here we talk football here. We don't talk hearsay evidence. We talk football here, guys.
Yeah.
Yeah, oh, there was no handsball, man. Aye.
Not even a little bit.
Nothing. You see that one? It's nothing. That they can cry about the Chiefs one. Yesterday one, they can not even say anything. That was frozen, and we showed it hit his stomach. So there's, unless the stomach also it's a handball, then now we can give it to them. No problem. Okay, go back to Pirates.
Wait, here we go.
Who cares? Who cares? Who cares that Abogile Tom is our 12th man? Who cares? Look, guys, I foresee danger in Pirate, man. If injury starting to pile up now, you see now we've got a problem with Sisane.
Yeah.
He got injured.
Yeah.
Now we've got two people who are doing the same thing, which is CBC and Koki. They are playing the same, like the old school defenders. You can say, Koki, go mark Ribeiro. He will mark Ribeiro 90 minutes. But when we have the ball, it's a problem because they are both not comfortable in playing the balls. If you watch Pirate, most games, when the going gets tough, Sisane takes the ball from the center back and throw it that side on the left
to the side.
Those diagonal passes. So now we don't have that on our disposal if he's not fit for Saturday. So, hey man, I foresee a lot of problems unless God is on our side and our injury, we become injury free for the whole season, and then they solve the Saleng saga, because that's a big issue now. We are thin. We can't even put Relay on the bench. We can't even sub him. We can't do. He needs to play all the games.
Mara, can I ask? Can I ask? Oh, actually, okay, no, go to up front because I wanted to go there, but go first,
Yeah, up front. Yes, listen, just a second. Say what about Stokoloko?
Yeah.
We are in trouble, Lava Pambili. I don't wanna like. Hey, they keep on back. Hey, Makopa. Yeah, Makopa is worse. I thought Makopa is good. Hey, Makopa is worse.
Yeah.
First touch, he can do a good touch and then do a last touch. That is where, looking at the our teammate 5 meters away, and then he do a wrong pass.
Yeah.
Our guys, I would rather there's a young boy there, number 11, who MTC.
Yeah.
I would rather put him maybe as a backup for this game, because at least he's got pace and he's still young, even if he can make mistakes because of the occasion. But at least I don't see Makopa scoring anything on Saturday. What Makopa is good at, when we don't have the ball, Makopa can chase defenders. Makopa can come back and assist the midfield to defend.
Yeah.
There I can give him. But when we have the ball, hey, it's a problem, my guy.
Mara, then doesn't he give you the long ball option there, who Bruce?
Yeah, he holds the ball nice, but his last touch.
Yeah.
That's fine. He hold the ball, the defender is behind. He needs to play it back to Idam Fukeng or the running midfielders. Hey, the final touch, man. Yeah. We should have went and looked for another striker somewhere. I thought we had strikers. I really
Mara, Mara, to be fair, aren't you guys struggling a little bit up there? I know we're saying Mara, you know, Bohota scoring, Bomakaula scoring. Aren't you struggling there, Pambili, man, in quarter, Mfukeng at times?
Yeah, Mfukeng Ash, yeah. The past 2 games, it's not the Mfukeng that we are used to.
Yeah.
I think a lot of teams now are planning around him. That, okay, they're going to play these diagonal passes and what. But what I like about Mfukeng, at any given time, he can show up.
Okay.
So with Nkotha, if he's good on the day, he's good. If he's bad on the day, he's bad. So with Mfukeng, that's why I think they normally don't sub him out, because they are hoping in their mind that he might come with a moment of brilliance like he did with the Chiefs. We know, Mos. We know.
I don't know. Please don't tell me about that
you
guy.
know what's going to happen on Saturday? Let me tell
very
you a
quickly.
surprise.
Very quickly, yeah.
Very quickly. This is what's going to happen on Saturday. You will see team starting the game.
Go.
Mark my words. You will see team
Carry the ball.
And also for crushing those midfielders. And then after team gets a yellow card, they're gonna take him out. That's where we're gonna win the game.
What time I'm gonna jump in? What time I'm gonna jump in, Skara?
Who cares? Who cares?
let me bring it on, Gama. Welcome to the show. How are you?
I'm good, OT. I'm struggling with the network, but I hope I'm clear.
No, it's fine. Let's just push through and we'll take it from there.
Yeah, I have a lot of allegedly, but I'll stick with football. There is a lot of things that happened in the game in the game of Pirates, I know, but I will not speak with it. I will stick with the football game. Looking at the Pirates, no, I won't speak with the allegedlys. I will speak. I'll only speak with the football game. So which Pirates will speak, which will attend in against Sundowns. One thing that I observed in the last 3 games of Pirates has one thing that they struggle when it comes to a team that controls the ball, when they have the ball position. Because one thing that I observed, when Kaizer Chiefs has the ball, they had an opportunities to score the goals. So when they allow Sundowns to do that, Sundowns is very clinical when it comes to the goals. So I think that's one thing that Pirates need to be cautious with when it comes of allowing the oppositions to have the ball. If they can fix that when they're going to Sundowns game, that's one thing that can make them win the game, because Sundowns, they will not give them a lot of chances, but when they have the ball, they need to make sure that they capitalize on it. That's my true sense of the game going against to the Sundowns game. And in terms of the player personnel, the one thing that I observed in the last 3 games of Pirates playing is that it's easy for the oppositions to plan against the Pirates team, but I think in terms of the player personnel, the Pirates lack in terms of who to put inside when the players run out of steam. And that game of Sundowns need a lot of player personnel that can bring something else when the things are not working out in the first half or around 65 minutes, that can bring an element of a surprise. So we are looking forward onto that game when I'll leave the allegedlys to other side.
No, but first I want to ask you, going into that game, are they going to be, are we looking for a humdinger of a game, or is it going to be cautious with the stakes?
For me, Jose Rivera is not a fearless coach. He will not sit back. He will be one of the coaches that will press. It's either he will press the Pirates, because he have never sit back in his games along the PSL eras. He's like Coach Nab. He's not fearless. He wanna make mistakes and then fix the mistakes into the following games. So I don't see Pirates sitting back. and allowing Sundowns to come at them. I see the Pirates that will press Sundowns, that will make sure that Sundowns is not feeling comfortable into the game. And we'll see from there when the steam running out to the Abo Rele, Abo Hoto, and the steam is running out. That's where the Pirates need to make a plan in who will come and rescue the team in those circumstances, because I feel that's where the Pirates, the Sundowns might win the game if the relays run out with the steam of pressing high, Abo Hoto running out to the steam of pressing high. That's where you need a player Abo Salengs that can rescue the situation. I'm looking out for that game. It's one of the game that will be critical, tactical. Yeah, it will be game of tactical approaches, and it will require coaches to have second options into the game.
For time, I'm gonna jump in.
That's my
No, thank you, Ngaba. You see, even when there's network, we push through. Let me bring in Butlale. Butlale.
Skipper Nuti.
Hi, Nakim Nati, man. I'm chilling. I'm gonna play my hoodoo team tomorrow, get my 3 points, and I'm gonna watch you guys. Tell me, Butlale, how do you feel about this game that Paris played?
Don't say you guys.
That's like, oh, so sorry. Redala team hoodoo. Rapita. Abo?
Sure. OT, let me firstly, OT, congratulations to you. You know, tomorrow, McG, we will be there. I'm speaking on behalf of the panelists and all that is on this live. And also, you know, I just want to congratulate you, man. You've built a really big network, you know, in this industry of yours. Getting 100,000 followers is truly unheard of. But OT, going into the game, I think we really need to speak about Talent Mbata at that 6th position. Talent Mbata at that 6th position is not his best position. I understand why Jose Rivero is doing it, keeping Talent Mbata deep in the double pivot, because I don't think Umakaula, I don't think he has the energy for him to give them to cut that whole back four. And you know, we see him doing it well where, you know, he's not really, you know, he's not responsible for the whole back four as a single six, but more in a double pivot with Talent Mbata. But the problem when you put Talent Mbata in such a deep role is that I don't think he's comfortable there on the ball, off the ball. He doesn't look comfortable. He's a sole 8. You know, and it's unfortunate to me because Talent Mbata has gotten Pirates out of so many situations. You know, we've seen so many Talent Mbata long shots and Talent Mbata bailing out Pirates when Pirates is not playing well, but they still get the 3 points because Talent Mbata hit a long shot. That's what I think about Talent Mbata. He should be, if you want to play Talent Mbata, push him up into that 8, and that's why I think Jordaan Adams would have been a way better signing for Pirates than he was for Sundowns, simply for the reason that he can play alongside Jordaan Adams is energetic, and he can play alongside Makaula and provide that line breaking pass, provide that pass that will, you know, progress the ball and let Makaula win the ball and you know, make a pass across to Jordaan Adams so that he has the responsibility of progressing the play.
Do you think Tim could maybe do a little bit of that?
Maybe. I haven't seen much of Tim this season. You know, I think, you know, Tim has a ceiling. Tim has a ceiling. You know, Tim can pick up the ball and play a progressing pass, but to what standard? You know, I'm not sure if Tim can go and pick the ball up from zone 14. You know zone 14, the space.
Front right. Yeah.
Yes, from zone 14 and carry the ball to, and you know, progress the ball and then play that pass that, you know, that puts Unkota in or puts Umfukeng in, or you know, goes to Mahop. And about Mahop, now let me jump to the Sundowns game. If Malubongwe Khoza plays, I think Mahopa is gonna play a crucial role. Whether he starts that game, I think they're gonna have to start with Mavas. But in the second
Mavas are suspended. I saw somebody in the comments saying he might be suspended. I'm not sure.
okay, if he's suspended, then they obviously they're gonna start with Mahopa. I think if Mahopa starts, that boy Malubonga Khoza is gonna have a very tough game. He's gonna have. This is the first time I think I'm gonna be watching Malubonga Khoza, and this is the first time I think that he's gonna be tested because Malubonga Khoza is a phenomenal player, technically on the ball, great Nyamtando boy, ne? But in under pressure, you know, I've seen him shake. You know, I've seen him shivering under pressure, and you know, and we haven't seen him much under pressure. But I would like to see him now. That can he still play those line breaking passes under pressure? Can he still, you know, progress the play as a centre back under pressure? And I think that's a quality that a team like Sundowns needs.
In the last 30 seconds, I just want to ask you, if Mahopa starts, doesn't that make it harder for Abu Tito because they don't seem to gel? And would you start Tito? Would you surprise everybody and just put Mahopa in and maybe play Abu Talent a little bit higher with the Dlamini maybe? Doesn't Mahopa create also more problems for Pirates when he's on the pitch?
OT, when Mahopa plays, Pirates plays with 5 midfielders. OT.
Okay.
Pirates plays with a box midfield. The box midfield is 4 players and also Mahopa coming inside. And when Mahopa play, Rele doesn't play because he invades his space. When Mahopa plays, I see Mahopa going out wide. When Mahopa plays, Nkota doesn't play because he invades his space. So obviously, the midfield is going to be congested if Mahopa plays. That's why I was hoping that Umawas was available because Mahopa is going to congest that midfield. But Jose Rivero must go to Mahopa and tell him, Ejo, press and stay there. Press and stay there. Press when you win the ball in the midfield, stay there. Don't try to come inside as a fake false 9 or drift out wide.
Okay.
That's how things should be said to evidence Mahopa.
For time's sake, I'm going to jump in and bring in 97 Diva. Welcome. Oh, 97.
Oh, Mr. OT.
Dinsa.
I'm good. You know, I'm with the happy people. We the happy people.
Hi, we're happy people.
It's good. It's good these days.
Tell me about yesterday. Another good day. 200 versus Kukune.
Nah, yesterday for me, it wasn't really. It was a game won on, I would say by chance for me. It wasn't a game where I thought we had the best game. I didn't see us as having the best performance of the game. If it wasn't for the 2 early goals, I would have seen there would have been a lot of trouble. Going into the game for Saturday, I get what Bohlal is saying about Mahopa, but I think for me Mahopa brings in a different dimension that people maybe aren't aware of it.
Yep.
Mahopa has this ability. I don't know, because of Sasani might not make it to the game, but if you realize that Mahopa has this ability to draw in defenders and just shave off the ball off the top of his head, and it falls perfectly for the oncoming runners. He has this thing where he just runs in and the ball just touches his head, and having drawn the defenders in, the spaces behind him is open. You just need the perfect run from a perfect player and you have a chance.
Yeah.
But seeing as how also Sundowns have a goal-playing goalkeeper in Williams, it will force a tactical mind of Rivero to come up with something different, because you cannot say Williams will stay in goal and just watch the ball come in. He will probably be first to the ball because he's always outside of the 18. That's what I think of Mahopa when I see Mahopa in the field of play. The first, he wins the first ball. He always wins it. There hasn't been a game where they launch the ball to him and he's not the first man to it.
Yeah.
He might not have the control, but you know he will be the first one in the air.
So then can I ask you?
For Saturday's game, I also think...
I just wanted to ask you, in that case of him winning the first ball, do you play Tito or do you play Dlamini and Talent a bit higher? Because when Pirates was doing well earlier in the season without Tito, that's what they were doing. He wins the first ball, everybody else sort of plays past him.
I don't know if Tito is that player for me who frustrates both his opponent and his teammates. For me, Tito is that player.
Yeah.
So I think we should just for this game we should drop Talente and bring in a Dlamini in hopes that he will drop deeper than Tito and be the one who launches the long passes that Sasani was doing.
Okay.
That for me, because his passing accuracy is better than Bata's, in my view. If you look at how he uses that left foot for the long passes, his accuracy, his range, I think that he'd be better. Makaula, you need a bully like Makaula in that middle field. Or
But can he
Allende will
bully
control the game.
alone? Can he bully Allende and Ribeiro and Jaden? Because the other two are going to be gone.
Yeah, here's how I see it.
Okay.
Instead of having a Dino van Rooyen that's gonna push up way too far, or a Paseka Marco that's gonna push up way too far, you rather do what we did against Jordaan Calix. If you remember, we had one pushing and one staying until to maintain a back three. That way, you know that even if Makaula could not bully them all, you still have a CBC and a Tloki that will defend, and another player like Marco, which I think we will drop Marco for the game. I do believe that Marco will start off the bench and we will bring Dlozi in.
Yeah.
Because I did a little background check on Dlozi and I found out he played as a forward in the DDC, which is weird, as a winger in the DDC, which is weird because now he's playing as a defender, and I'm confused on how our coach promotes a DDC player as a winger but plays him as a defender. Maybe he saw something that we didn't see.
Okay.
But for me, I also think the game on Sundowns will be won on set pieces. In terms of how they would approach the game, I think it will be won on set pieces. Before I run out of time, the game of Sukukuni, please stop screaming penalty. That was not a penalty. Please stop screaming penalty. You had a fair chance to try and score your goals. You didn't convert them. Please stop screaming penalty on everything. It's not like that. We played a fake game. Please, we enough with the penalty shutout.
Sorry, penalty, but guys, no. Yeah.
Mr. Oti, you forgot to mention that Amazulu scored 4 goals.
I guess.
You forgot to mention that.
Please leave me alone. Please leave me alone. Wait, it's not about us today. It's not about us this weekend.
Okay. I saw when you were doing the Chiefs show. Unfortunately, I came in late, but I heard you say Rivero is you were impatient with Navi. I mean, you were impatient with Navi. Navi is rebuilding his team. I know he's going about it the wrong way, but he's building his team attack first, unlike what Pirates did with defense first. Navi's building his team attack first. Look at the chances he's creating.
But look at how many goals he's conceding.
Yes, but
same amount.
That's why I'm saying he's going about it wrong. He's building forward, forgetting the back. He's an attacking coach, and he needs to stabilize his defense first.
For time's sake, we'll have the discussion. Hey, please. This weekend is not for me. But guys, for time's sake, I'm going to jump in. Okay, I've got very quick thoughts about the games. Look, I think Mamelodi Sundowns, silent killer. Don't take for granted what Sundowns is doing. I think what he's done and changed in that team and bringing in Aboshasha and doing all that stuff. Look, guys, I think it's going to be a formidable Mamelodi Sundowns team. And I think that this weekend is going to be very interesting. Again, because it's two coaches that are One is a planner. I call him a planner. He's a strategist. It's like he knows everything about your team before you go into the game, and he sort of plans for the different moments that are there. And the other one is very, very, very reactive in terms of making the right choices when things are going wrong. He doesn't mind changing everything. So this is going to be a very interesting game. I think it's going to be a very cautious game. Those are the two, for me, I know Caruso's still new, but those are the two best coaches in the league right now. For Sundowns, I think one of the things that they're going to have to worry about is that Pirates this season is not a reckless team. They're very disciplined positionally and very disciplined in the roles that they have to play. So it's not going to be a team that's going to throw itself at Sundowns and allow spaces to open. But to be fair, when you look at Pirates, like I always say about Pirates will give you all the chances in the world. You have to convert them. And if you don't convert them, someone in the team is going to put up their hands and take the game from you. Pirates' biggest strength this season is that, you know, when Hoto's not, when Mfukeng is not scoring, Kota scores. When Kota doesn't score, Kimang Mabasa scores. When Mabasa doesn't score, it's not above Mahupa to score 2 goals if he needs to. If Mahupa is not going to score, Tito's going to step in. If that guy's not going to score, Bata's going to step in. And now yesterday versus Kukune, we literally saw Hoto and Makaula of all people. So we'll see how the game plays out. I don't think it's going to be a barn burner. I don't think it's a decider either. I think the second leg is going to be more important of this game. The second fixture of this is going to be more important. But guys, that has been my time. I'm going to be here tomorrow at 7:30 for the Chiefs game. I'm going to try and make it a hybrid show where we'll also speak about what we think is going to happen on Saturday. So please look out for that. My thoughts are going to be out. I'm going to try and have it out at around 5, which is great because my new show, Onside the Banter League, is going to start at 3 p.m. on the Podcast and Chill Network. So please, guys, support. I see Des, the other host, is here in the comments. So please support, guys. Then on Saturday, I'm going to squeeze the game in because Saturday is the TikTok Awards. And if you remember, the TikTok Africa Awards. So remember, I was nominated in the top Sports Creator of the Year category. So I'm going to be attending that, but I'm going to squeeze it in. I'll probably be able to do the first half and maybe halftime analysis before I have to go. But yeah, thank you guys so much for the support you've showed me. Thank you to everybody that jumped in today, the gifts. Thank you to those watching on YouTube. There's a steady stream of people watching. Support our content, guys. Support the content, watch the content. And if you want to be part of the members, in the link in my profile, there's a link that takes you to all the links that I have. At the top, there's an account number. 50 Rand a month gets you into the WhatsApp group where you get access to me and a whole bunch of other people that are really, really, really smart about football. 500 Rand gets you a season ticket. It's cheaper than if you pay monthly for the year. So please support that side too. And watch the videos, guys. Watch the videos on YouTube. Watch the videos everywhere. I'm monetized on YouTube. So if you could please watch the videos there, that's another way to support the channel. But also like, share, subscribe, do all of those very nice things, guys. It's been incredible. I will see you tomorrow at 7:30. Bye, everyone. Bye, everyone.